Propaganda does not stop. It builds upon itself, especially when people in power understand that they can use that propaganda for their actions. For example, George Santos, we all know he's a liar, but he uses the propaganda and the boogeyman scare of Chinese to say that he lied about his 5-year-old niece being kidnapped by 2 Chinese men. The New York Times was unable to verify liar George Santos' story when he told it to them. Archive link at the top. Liar George Santos said that the Chinese Communist Party kidnapped his niece because he took a stand against Chinese Communist Party. And if you bought the propaganda, what's telling you not to believe this? Now, the officials said they could not verify about kidnapping or anything like that happening. So now you have a choice to either believe the And when officials say they could not verify his story, now you have a choice to either believe the propaganda or not believe it. But still yet the propaganda lingers because an evil type of group or entity can still do evil things if you buy into that propaganda. We all know that George Santos is a massive liar, but even if you don't believe his story, you're still being bombarded with propaganda, such as Arkansas orders Chinese-owned seed producer Syngenta to sell U.S. farmland because now Chinese are buying up all the land. Where they're now repeating propaganda talking points, this is about where your loyalties lie, to justify their actions. But whatever happened to...
Corporations are people, my friend.
It's hard not to be indoctrinated when Arkansas is saying that they're building off of federal law, when in fact it's the federal government that is propagandizing China. Then other Western countries join in, so they can use the propaganda that's China, the new boogeyman, to justify their new actions. And this is crazy. The Royal Navy had Chinese laundrymen on ship, and now they're placing it with Nepalese Gurkhas. That's just switching one racism for another. And they're not getting... The Royal Navy is building on the propaganda of the threat of China because they're worried about spying. So they're going to continue a racist practice with Nepalese Gurkhas instead of getting it rid of together and just hiring a company or having their lower ranks do laundry. I mean, the US Navy has retail service specialists for this role. Why does it have to be some racist practice? Also, you're forgetting the fact that one of the greatest spies for Russia was American. Hopefully those examples show you how propaganda builds upon itself, how it can be self-fulfilling, where the validation just keeps on going and going so they can justify their actions to their targeted boogeyman.